Hello friends, welcome to a brand new React project where we are going to make this COVID-19 tracker with React, and it is just hosted in Firebase, nothing like Firebase database or something it is using, but it is using a cool API endpoint. Yeah, so it is using a cool API endpoint known as disease.sh. So from this endpoint it is getting all latest COVID data. So if I go to docs, these are all the API endpoints which are there, which they have created, and we are getting all the data from here. So this documentation is there. I think it is in Swagger. Swagger is a thing by which you can get the API endpoint. Means you can try it. It is like your Postman only, but it is on the web. So this is a good documentation like this you can get. So this is what is one of the main thing which we are using. Then we are using a map known as leaflet.js, leafletjs.com instead. So it is like Google Map only. On Google Map a lot of setup is there, like API and all those things. So here a lot less setup is there, so we're going to use this. And after that, so this is the final product. We are going to use some graphs and all. So this is all graphs, and so let me take you through it. So if I refresh it, okay, so first we will get the worldwide. Okay, so this is like this coronavirus. I can say the recovered. So this is also changing when I do the, okay, so this is there, so I can check everything when I click on it. Then recovered also I can check, and that's also I can check. So these are all coming nicely, and this is also the latest data. These are the graphs, and I can change the country also. So like I will change to India. So like this I will get the data for India recovered, and that's, so this is also changing. So this is a completely functional thing, and we have created it using this API endpoint and some nice graphs and maps. So let's get started because it's a bit big project. So I will do npx create react app COVID-19 tracker. So let it happen. As I have told, we are going to use Firebase for hosting because nowadays I'm liking Firebase a lot. So we are going to use that for hosting. So let us create something for hosting and all. So I already have one. So okay, that is a good name. You know what I gave? It is COVID-19 tracker. Okay, COVID-19 tracker, just like this I will give. No, so the front end of the site, you can put it in many other places also, like Netlify is one of them. So all those things you can put, but it's okay, I am putting it here because it's just the hosting. I'm finding it even more easier than Netlify. So project settings I will go, and then I have to go down. This is for web. I will click here, and I generally give the same name here, COVID-19, and we will not come back to the Firebase till a long time because we don't need it. This is not a complicated database project and all. Generally just have this. The next I have to do this, we have to install it if we don't have. This is a global install, so I have done it a lot of time. You can see the number of apps. So continue to console. So you don't need to copy any config or something like this, because you just have to have that thing. Okay, so I think my setup is done. No, it is not done. So let's wait for some time. Okay, so my setup was done and I got this message that I have to go to this COVID tracker and npm start. So let's go here, there, COVID-19 tracker, and first let me open my code before doing the npm start. So I'm opening it with VS Code. So it is getting opened in VS Code, and then I will do this npm start. So it is starting. Yeah, so it's okay. I don't want this. Let it be here because we require this, and let me open it here. Okay, so this is by default what we are shown in React generally. So should I show? It's better to show it full screen only. Okay, so this is what generally React gave us. So we, as you all know, we have to do some cleaning because React gives a lot of unnecessary thing which you don't want in our project. So I will go here, setup, report, logo, app test. I'll do a right click, delete it. Okay, and then after that I will go to index.js, delete it, then make it a bit big, delete it, save it, app.js, we'll delete this. Okay, one more thing we have to do, we have to go here, Control A, delete everything there, and then after that we'll come here, do it a simple app, remove the header, and maybe COVID-19 tracker. I will write, okay, COVID-19 tracker. Now let us go back, let us refresh it, and nowadays it doesn't. So see, everything is done, setup, but this gap is there. So this gap is always there because all elements have some margin in every browser. So to fix that, we'll go back, index.js, margin is 0, save it, and see the margin is gone. Okay, so this we don't need anymore. We'll start working on app.js, but we need to install material UI first. So we will be using material UI icon a lot again in this project. So one way is to install it, to stop this and install it, but I don't like it. What I do generally, I open the integrated terminal, let it run. I open the integrated terminal and install it from there. So I will do a Control J or Command J on a Mac. So I am in the correct folder. So I will do npm I at material UI core at material UI icons. I think I have spelled it everything right. Material UI core, material UI icons. Let me press it. Yeah, so it will install both of them. Yeah, so it got installed pretty fast because it doesn't take that much time as a React project. So again I can press that Control J, so it will close it. And now let's get started. So this is our app, and app is there. Let us have this COVID-19 tracker. Let me have like this COVID-19 tracker, and dot app header. Like this app I will have, let me move it up with alt and app. Okay, this is right. And then I will have something known as form control. Okay, this form control I will have from material UI core, this one. Yeah, form control from material UI core. Okay, and this, let me do it. Okay, form control is there, and it will have a class name. Class name equal to app Dropdown. So we're using the BAM convention here, and we're using a lot of material UI thing, because by default the style will be there in material UI. And then select. So again, this is from material UI, this select thing. So this all we could have used the normal one also, that form and select, but then we have to style it ourselves. So we are using the material UI one, and select will be closed like this, and it will be, yeah, variant is there. Variant will be outlined, and value will be dummy. And what we are going to show in this select box is generally the drop down in anything, and HTML, CSS or React, anything. So what we are going to show here is some countries. So right now we will hard code it, later it will come from the API endpoint. So as you know, we are using React Hook throughout this project. Const countries, comma, set const countries and set countries equal to use state from React. Yeah, I want it. So, and it will be an array of world wide, comma, India, comma, USA, comma, UK. So it will be this, like this, and now we can map to it. So it will be countries dot map country, or we could have given anything like item also. Okay, so here we are going to use another thing from material UI, menu item. See, menu item is also, I am just pressing the enter and it is coming. Value equal to, both of the place country will be there. Both of the place the country will be there. Okay, I think we're done. Let me save it. Let me go back. And why it is not coming? Yeah, it is showing, and see, it is all coming. Worldwide India, no styling is there. So in our previous project is here, and no styling is there, but it is coming worldwide and all. Okay, so this is what we needed, and let's put some styling here. So in app.js dot app header, this one we are putting app header. Let me copy it from here. display will be flex, align items will be center, justify content will be space between, and margin bottom will be 20px. So app header we are giving it as display flex, so it has got two children, one is this and another one is this, and space between we have done, so it will go like this to the different end. Okay, so this is there. Now we will start hitting our API endpoint to get some of the data. So what API endpoint we are going to hit? We are going to hit the API endpoint, this one. So see, we can do this, try it out also, and execute, and we can see, so it gives us all the countries. So we are going to use this thing. So back in the app, what we are going to do, we are going to use effect to hit the API endpoint. So that is generally the thing which we do. So to use the use effect. So, and one more thing, I don't want it anymore, this hard-coded thing. So let me remove this hard-coded thing, and then because we will get the countries data from that API endpoint. So okay, so it's okay. Use effect. So it gave me this nice boiler code. I will remove this, I don't want this, and I want it to run only once. Okay, so this is how we use it, and then we are going to use async await to get this. So a very good way to use async await, we should not give async here in the use effect. We should create a function and give async there, because whenever we want to use async await, the function should be async. So that's the thing. So const get data equal to async like this, and then we will use the await, and we are using the fetch API. We are not using any access and all. So we will use the inbuilt fetch API. So if you use the inbuilt fetch API, you don't have to install anything, because that is inbuilt in the browser. So what is the API endpoint which we need to hit? So the API endpoint which we need to hit is this. So it is already given. You see this curl command, and all it is already given. So this API endpoint we are going to hit. How to get this? Yeah, this API endpoint we are going to hit. So this swagger thing is very cool. So you can directly execute it here. You don't need any postman or something for that. Okay, so this API endpoint I am going to hit countries, and then dot then response is response dot JSON. Oh, not the can. So what happens in this VS code, sometimes automatically these things happen. Okay, so dot then the response. Okay, sometimes what is a difficult in fetch is that you need to do two then statement, means it returns first promise, then after that you get the result. So for that reason, some people don't like this fetch. Async this Axios, you can directly get it. So these are, so you have to do a then again, and here you will get the data. If you console log this response.json, it just contain a promise. Okay, so like this, and then here, so we will have to get the countries. So these countries we'll have to get the data here. So we'll map through it. So data dot map item And see, I use this round bracket. So the benefit of using round bracket is that you have to use that return keyword again here. So this is one again a benefit in React during this map. Not in React, this is a JavaScript function. So or else I have to use a return, because map you have to return something. So and then we are returning an object. So object will be like name will be item dot country. So from where we are getting this item dot country, see this country item, so it is going inside here, and each object have a country. So item dot country I am getting from here, and value is item dot country info dot ISO2. So what is this ISO2? So item dot country info, you go inside. ISO2 is the code, AF, IN. So like this, AF is there, and all these things are there. Algeria code is DZ. So all these things are there. So this is the real country codes. So these country codes are there, and what we need to do, we need to put it in set countries. I can do it here, but it's better to put it in a variable and do it. So let's put it in a variable. So const countries equal to like this, and I want to do set countries to this. So set countries will be countries, this countries. Okay. So it is done, and now we, as I have told earlier, we are doing in this way so that we can use async await here, but it will not run because we have to run this get data after it. Get data, I have run. Okay, now I will go down here, and now our data is coming in a different country. Will have country dot name is what I need to show, and value is the value which I need to pass to the database. We don't have any database, but we need to have that. So like this I'll do. Use effect is not there. Okay, I have not imported it. So come here, control space bar. Control space bar is a good way to get it, and then like this, save it. No issues. Going back, React app. See all the data. So this all data we are getting from the API endpoint. Okay, so this is done. API endpoint. So in this API endpoint, we want data for the worldwide host, but this doesn't have a worldwide thing, so we have to add this worldwide. So we are going to do that. Const country, set country equal to use state worldwide, like this. Then I will come down here, and value we have put as dummy. So value we will not put it as dummy, value we will put as country, and this country will be shown. And let's do one more thing, is even before that mapping thing, because that sort of we are hard coding, but it is not actually hard coding because it doesn't have that menu item, and we are not going to change it. Menu item is there like this, and we will show world void like this, value equal to world wide. Okay, this we will add, and we also want a on change, so let us make that on change also, because we're soon going to use it. On change equal to a function on country change. On country change, let me make that function const on country change equal to e, and now this set country will use set country is e dot target dot value, e dot target dot value. We have set it, save it. If I come here, worldwide is shown and rest of the things are also there. Okay, so this is done. Now we will work on this first. So these are known as info box, so this we will work on this. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to create a inside the src. So let's have some structure. It will be components folder, and inside the components we are going to have that info box.js file, and let me copy something here. So info box.js we are having. So in info box, what I am having, okay, something wrong when copying. Okay, so it will be like this. Okay, so let me explain it quickly. So info box, we are getting some props, title, cases and total, and we're using the card content, topography, all these things from material UI core, and we are showing it inside this topography and color, and this title we are showing, cases we are showing total we are showing. So like this we are showing just a simple component. Okay, so totally static. We are getting some props and we are showing it through nice material UI core. Okay, so let me save it, and then we will go back here to our app.js, and after this app header is there, and then dot app stats I will do, and here I will call our info box. So it is showing me. I will press enter. Let me confirm it is done. Yeah, it is done. Info box is done. Info box title. So we have to pass 3 things here. So title will be there. So it will be coronavirus cases. Then cases will be anything. So right now we're hard coding this. All the data we will get from our API endpoint. Total, let it be 2000. Okay, recovered, let it be 9000, let it be 3000, and the next one, last one will be there is let's 7000. Yeah, let me save it. Okay, so let me quickly put some style also, then we will see app.css, body, background color is hash fe f6 fa, and we have just put this app stats. So let me go for this app stats dot app stats displays flex, save it. Now if I go to my localhost, it is showing like this. So it is far from this, but it is showing like this. So it is, let's work on it. Okay, so one more thing is here, it is justify content space between okay, let it be like this. We are soon going to fix it actually. Because we're soon going to have some other things, so in which it will get fixed. So let it keep it like this, justify content space between. So now what we are going to have, more sections in our app.js. so those sections like this, we have a map section, we have this section is there, these two sections are there. So we are going to have those soon. So the first thing which we are going to use is the map component. We are going to use, and where will be the map component will be after our app stats. We will have the map component okay. So one thing which we missed means app header is okay. Okay, so app header and app stat. So till where is app header, and this is app stat. Okay, so this will be contained within a app left, and there will be a app right also. So let me do that first. Dot app underscore left, and let me move this to up. Something wrong happened actually. App header and app stat. Okay, not an issue. Dot app left, and this is app header, this is app stats, and let me do one thing. Yeah, now it is okay. App header and app stat, let me close it. Too much. Why this is coming? Okay, after this I will have this our map. Okay, so right now I don't have it, right now I have not created it. Okay, so this app left is still here, and then after that dot app right will be there, and app right I will have card. Hope it got imported. Card, let's check it out. Let me close this also. App, yeah, card got imported, and it will have class name equal to app. No. Okay, I'm doing it all wrong, but it's okay. App right will be there. We will not have a div, but we will have a card. So I have some extension which changes the corresponding div. Okay, so and then card content, again a node module, card content, yeah, it got imported. Card content will be h3 live cases by country, worldwide new cases, is there. Now map, we have to create this map component. So let me come here, components, map.js, react.js, save it, and then come here and at the end, and then do a control enter. So this second one is there. Okay, so it is done. Save it, and then in app.css, we have not yet created some style for our app, this main app. Our body is done, but this should also be done. So it will be a display of flex and justify content space evenly. So what this will do, you see app.js, it has got actually app left and app right. It has got two children, this one and this one, so both will be spaced evenly, and in a row it will be spaced. So like this I have done. And okay, let me do something here, h1 some component, let me save it. So like this it will be there, and if I go back, so this is what we are going to get. See, this map component will be here, the live cases, so it is starting to look a bit like this, but yeah, so it is like this. Okay, so after that let us put some more styling. So here in app space even is there, let me have some padding. Padding is 20 px, so padding expands everything up, so padding is right good. So see, everything is spaced a bit. Okay, padding is there. Then we will do for app left. Where should we have app left? We should have app left here. App left is flex 0.9. So left is 0.9, and if we are here, so flex 1 takes the complete space, so flex 0.9, as you might have said, so it will take that much. So we can give like that, and then we are going to create the media query also. Media max width is 990 px dot app, flex direction is column, okay, so it is now showing right. Okay, so let's come back. So now what we are going to do, so we are going to get the data when the user selects a country. So user selects a country means from the drop down user selects a country, so we will get the data for that. So in our app.js we are first we have a lot of things in app.js. So first have a country info. Let have a country info. Const, again I use a state, country info comma set country info equal to use state, and it will be an empty object. Okay, it will be an empty object. And to get a country info, we will have another use effect. So this use effect is there, so we are going to have another use effect to get the country info. So again we are going to have an hit an API endpoint, and that is where that is cancel. Okay, that is this API endpoint we are going to hit and get all the data. Try it out. So like this, we are going to get all this data from this, and let us do that. And this also we need to complete on country change. So on country change happens when we click some country. So these two things we are going to do. So let's do that. So first use effect to get all the country data. Use effect to get all the country data. We're directly using fetch here. We can directly use also it here. So fetch, where is it all? Okay, we'll directly use it. COVID-19 and then all dot then response is response dot data and dot then data is set country info. So country info is a array, so set country info I am doing not an array, it's an object. So it's an object and I'm going to set country info to that data. Okay, so now on country change, this on country change we need to change it. So let's do that. So this will make it async because we are going to use some await. So set country, let it be there. We are going to use it. Const URL equal to e dot target dot value. So we have to put check that case for worldwide also. That is very important to check the case for worldwide also. So e dot target dot value. Okay, something wrong is there. This should not be a comma. This should be like this. E dot target dot value triple equal to, it is worldwide. If it is worldwide, okay, so if it is worldwide, then we will, what we are going to do, we are going to hit this endpoint, all endpoint. Okay, or if it is not, if it is something else like India or something else we set, then what we are going to do, then we are going to hit a different we are going to hit this. There is something known as countries and country. So countries, and country is there for a specific country. So what it takes, so see, so you have to pass a country here, and ISO 3 and all these things name. Okay, so let me, I think IN is right. Yeah, IN is the right code. So ISO2 is IN. So that IN we are already passing e.target.value, because we have saved that thing already earlier. We have saved ISO thing, ISO. See, this ISO we have saved for the value, so we are passing that already. So we have to do a string interpolation and get it. So where is it? Okay, so we will hit this endpoint, countries endpoint, string interpolation I am using. Curl and all these things I don't want. A lot of things have come. Okay, so disease v3, countries endpoint, then dollar e dot target dot value is there. Okay, so this endpoint I am going to hit, and then so this URL, I'm getting the URL actually from here. So this will be like ISO 3, just like we have done for, if I choose India, it will pass here e.target.value will be IN, so it will get the right data as we have seen. Fetch URL dot then response is response dot JSON and dot then data is like this. We have to put it set country e dot target dot value. And another thing which we are going to do is here the set country. So why we are doing this use effect in the starting? So we are doing this use effect in the starting because when our app load, it should show some data. Okay, it should not like that we have to press the worldwide or something. So this use effect we're doing for that. And this is for one country on conditions, because someone can go to India, then someone can come back to worldwide also. So this is for that. Okay, so like that. Okay, so set country info is data like this. Let me now where do we have app stats? We are there in the app stats, and this is something which we are going to now get from the API endpoint. So means we are not going to get hard coded data anymore because we already have it. So where it is, yeah, country info. So country info, we'll use this country info. Cases is country info dot today. So this is what we are getting from the API endpoint. Country info, all of this will be country info. Cases dot today recovered dot recovered dot today. That's okay. So let me save it, and hope I didn't did any spell mistakes here. And use response dot data is not a function. Why response dot data is not a function? On line number 30, it is not response dot data, it is response dot json. It comes like this. So now it is there, so it is coming correctly this for the worldwide. Right now the worldwide it is coming, and if I go here, so this Andorra might not have anything. I know India have, because I am from India. So it is updating. This is what I was telling, and I was telling this, if I go back to worldwide, it should fire again, and it is firing correctly. Okay, so this it is. Now we want to show this table. Now we're going to work on this table. So because this is done, some styling is remaining. Yeah, that we'll do at the last. So this thing we are going to show now, the table. So let's work on it, the table. So let me create a new component first. Table.js rafce, and then enter, save it. So in app.js only, we'll come here and do const table data comma set table data equal to use state, like this, use state. And here here inside our first use effect, where we are getting all the countries data, here I want this everything here. So set table data equal to data, not the countries, where I'm getting the raw data, means which is an array of object. The complete data I am getting here. And what else? Yeah, so let me come down, live cases by countries there. So here we are going to use the table component. No, this one. So I should not have used the table name, so it is because there are some components also by name. Okay, so table is there, and here we are passing a prop countries equal to, and it will be table data, our state variable. Table data is there, table data, so this one, table data, and then save it. And here let us come here and let us have a table.css quickly. Okay, so what we are getting here, we are getting here the countries prop, so destructuring it, the countries props which we are passing from here, this one, this countries prop, and then div class name equal to table, countries which we are getting, we will map through it, countries dot map. So here we will actually destructure it. So from here we'll give the get the country comma cases, so we're destructuring it further, and so this color brackets help me a lot actually. So like this, I don't want that return thing again, so I will give this, and inside this I will give a table row, and inside this I will give a table data. Table data is country, and this one will be cases, but this one will be strong. Not strong, this is strong. Okay, this is strong. Save it, and let have some styles here. Dot table. Do I have a class name of table? Yeah, I have a class name of table. So yeah, the table is there. Margin top is 20 px, overflow y is scroll, height is 400 px, color is hash 6a 5t like this. Dot table row which we have just created, it is displays flex, and justify content is space between dot table td, padding is 0.5 ram. Yeah, so let me save this much, and it is showing perfectly. So all of our data, it is showing perfectly, and it is very good. So I want to change one thing, means see, it is good, but see here the alternate are of different color, so it is very easy to do that through CSS. Okay, so what I am going to do, dot table row nth of type, so it is already showing me nth of type, it is odd, so you can pass odd or even or numbers also you can pass. So I'm passing the odd one, so because I don't know the total number of countries, I can find out, but yeah, color is which we are going to change f3 f2 f8, save it. See, now in our localhost it is also changed and it is looking very nice now. So okay, so now one thing we can see, the countries are not sorted here. If we come here, the countries are sorted, live cases, US, then India, Brazil, so those are sorted, but here it is not sorted. It is doing by Afghanistan and all those things by starting from A and all. How it is getting the data, it is doing like that. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to have a sorting feature, and for that we are going to have a utility function. So that utility function, let us do that utility function, and that utility function we are going here, and in the src I will write util.js. So it is outside, this folder is outside, and I think I don't need this anymore. This might be required. So this will contain small utility functions which will be used everywhere. Export const sort data equal to data const sorted data equal to dot data. I don't want like this, it is okay. So we are using this rest operators. So spread the data, spread the array. So return sorted data, which we have just created, sorted data dot sort, and sort in JavaScript, if you want it in a right manner, so there is a different way to do it, so you can Google it and find it. So this is not something special syntax I'm giving. Sort in JavaScript always work like this only. So a dot p and a dot cases is greater than b dot cases, then we will return a -1. So I'm doing a bit of ternary operator, so this can be done in the if. So if you go to mdn, you will find this thing, same thing will if. So but this have to be made -1 it returns if it is greater, and 1 it returns. So this is have to be made. So I have done this sorted data. Now okay, there is something wrong, and that wrong thing is not this sort data, it is sorted data, because it was showing here. I figured it out. So now I will go back to my app.js, and here let me go back here in the here, and from here we were showing the table data directly like that, the table data, but now we will do we will sort it. So const sorted data, because it is returning this, so we have to catch it in a variable. Sorted data equal to sort data. I'll press enter, confirm it. Yeah, it is done, it is importing, it's done. So I like this feature a lot. Press enter or something, I don't have to write the import statement myself. So data I will do, and now I'll do this, save it. Now if I go back, see, it is showing correctly. Okay, although everything is right, but if you see here, commas are there, that will do at the last. Okay, that will do at the last, but the data is coming in a nice sorted value. So it is by the number of cases, and it is also live data, so it is today's data. So that disease.sh is updated. So now what we are going to do, we are going to show nice charts in our app for this worldwide case, new case, this thing I am telling, this chart we are going to show. And to show the chart, we need to have a chatting library. So what chatting library are we going to use? we are going to use the react.js. So let me come here and let me open my terminal again. Control J, clear. Okay, npmi react chart.js 2 and chart.js. so these two we have to install npmi react chart.js 2 and chart.js. okay, so it won't take much time. Okay, we will install another package known as numeral. So this numeral package help us to format the numbers, so the comma and all those things which you have seen. So in React you have this nice packages to do everything, almost everything. So that's why it is the most popular library in the world, even popular than Angular. So Control J I will do, and what we are going to do, we are going to create a new component known as line graph.js. I'm going to create, I don't want it right now, table also I don't want it right now, so Control B I have to do. So the graphing libraries have some nice some line components and all those things, so those things we are going to use here. So let's do that. So RAFCE I am doing, so line graph will come, and then after that let us come here. So we'll get some props, so cases types, cases type, and I'm using the default parameter from ES6. so if nothing is given I will use cases, means if you don't pass any props it will take cases. Okay, so after that const data comma set data equal to use state. Let me also take it down like here. So use state, it will be an object, and then let's have a use effect. Use effect is right, and use effect will change on this cases type. Okay, const fetch data equal to async fetch okay. So we'll show here the data for the last 120 days. So it is historical. Let us go back and let me close it. So where is the historical data? It is not here, but see, COVID-19 also historical data. Yeah, this is historical data I was talking about. This is historical data all. So this all is there. So you have to give a number of days here in historical data. So 30, like you can give this 120 also and execute it, and you will get the historical data. So the endpoint is something like this. So last is like this. So what I will do, I will get this endpoint. So it gives you the historical data. See, like this cases it will give. So we'll keep a reference from here. So historical data. Okay, so cases it will give like this. So let me come back here, fetch, and last 120 days I will do, and then dot, then response is response dot json dot, then data is const chart data equal to, actually we are going to send this data to a different method in which we are going to change it, because we have to change it according to the line. There is a way in which the data have to be shown when you use a graphing library, when you use chart.js or some graphing libraries like that, graph building library like that. So it want it in a different manner, different format. So we have to do that. Build chart data comma cases type, data comma cases type. Yeah, we'll send it there, and we'll also set data is equal to chart data. So whatever we will receive from there, we will set it like this. And after that, let me do this fetch data which we have just created. So fetch data will run. Okay, so this is like this. So it's time to make this build chart data. So let's make it. Const build chart data equal to, so it takes two things. Let us give this two thing only. The name is okay. An arrow function as always. Const chart data is an empty array, and let last point for let date in. So we have to use this. We cannot use a for loop here because we generally don't get a array, and we have to use a traditional for loop. So this is one way to use a traditional for loop. Data dot cases, let date in data dot cases, and then we'll go if last point const new point equal to x date comma y data, and it is it cases type? Okay, one second. Okay, it's okay, anything we can pass it here, cases type. Okay, so data cases type date minus last point. So what we are going to see, it is only giving me the total number of cases. So I want to get, means here if you see, it is the plus, it is a plus. How many is plus, how many are added, so we want to get that. So that's why we are doing that thing. Okay, so last point is there, and then yeah, so as I've told, it gives the complete data. So we are doing this minus calculation to get that thing. So current day minus previous day we are doing, so because we want to find the increase, as simple as that. So last point x, it is like this, and then this chart data, which is this empty array, we are going to populate it. Okay, chart data dot push this new point which we have just calculated, which is an object like this, x and y are there. So we have calculated it like this, and then this last point equal to data cases type and date. Okay, we are still inside the for loop, and then return chart data, which will now be an array of object. So this return chart data is done, and then let me see if some error. No, some error is not there. So now we have to show it. So now let's show it. So here I am there, and here I will do data question mark. So it will check that whether something is there. So this is a new way in React to do it. Instead of doing data and then doing this, so you directly can check it in React. Dot length is greater than 0, then and then. So we are doing two checks. First, data is undefined, and then the length should be greater than 0. Then we can return this, and here we are going to use this line. Yeah, this line is, yeah, the thing is right. Okay, options, we have to pass options equal to options okay. The options which we don't have right now, we have to create it soon. So data, like this, data will be data sets. We have to do, so this is all because of the library, we have to do it like this. Okay, so then after that it will be, what is showing this error? Okay, line I have not added. Okay, so it's okay now. So it is these options we have not yet created. I will soon going to create. Background color is RGBA 204, 16, 52, the opacity, it is 0.5. It is 0.5. Okay, so background color is done. Border color will be hash cc 1034, and data will be, so this is the thing which we worked so long, data will be data. Okay, so the thing is that we have to put the options, and options is a bit big, so let me take it from the file, because this is all, this option is everything which we it's a boilerplate code. So this option I will get from the file, from my earlier created project, this option. So let me get it from there. So see, this is the option. So as I was telling, this is all boilerplate code. Actually we want these numerals also for that option, so I will go up, come here and paste it out. And all, so it is using that numeral also. So this is all boilerplate code, you can also copy paste. I will provide the GitHub link also for this project. Okay, so you can copy paste these options from there, and let me save it, and let me first see if there is any error. Okay, so there is no error, so this is good, but no line graph will be shown because we have not imported it yet. So I will go down here, worldwide cases is there, and I will show the line graph, and I'm not passing anything because by default, see, passing any props, so where it is, by default it will be cases, because the type cases it is required. So is it, yeah, it is imported. Let me save it. Now let me go back. Okay, use effect is not defined. This is good that we get all these errors. Is it done? Yeah, it is done. Save it and see, our graph is showing so nice. So we are going to change it also at the end, so that not only cases, we can pass something else also here. So that's it. Now it's time to show map in our app. So let's get started. So we'll show map through React Leaflet. So let me start my integrated terminal, and here I'll do npm I react leaflet and leaflet react leaflet. Let me check if the spelling is right. React leaflet and leaflet. Okay, so I'll do the npm I, and I will change the map container. It's just a basic thing, we have to change it completely. So yeah, it is done, as these things are very fast. So let me remove it and let me paste it. So we are what we are going to do, what we are doing actually. So here, this is always copy pasting it like this. We are getting this from React Leaflet and map.css. I think I have not created it, so I will create it. These are the two props which we are getting. Then with map container and tile layer, we are showing it, and we are just giving them attribution, means we have done it from that because they have, it's nice to give them. So map.css is there. So in components I'll go and create the map.css. So map.css is created, and let me take the basic styles also for map.css. I don't want to write it right now. So map.css, let me take this much. Yeah, so nothing fancy. Height, background color, padding, border, margin, top, box shadow is there, and map, leaflet container. So this thing is again their class. So this is done, and now we will go back to our, and let me save it also, go back to our app.js, and here we have to do 2-3 things. Okay, so first thing is that according to the documentation we have to import something, so known as import, and this css file we have to import, lef leaflet, import leaflet dist leaflet dot css. So this file we have to import. This is very important, or else it doesn't work. Okay, so after that we'll have some states. So const map center comma set map center equal to use state, and the initial will be a lat and latitude, lat and longitude. This we should give because by default the map will come there. So it is 34.8746 comma lng, it is minus 40 comma 4796. okay, like this, set map center, and we'll have for const zoom also. So zoom level also can be set map zoom comma set map zoom equal to use state, and it is 3, by default 3 I am taking, and so this is done. And then in the map, where is our map is at bottom, but we are not passing anything here. We will pass the center equal to map center zoom equal to map zoom. So these two the state variables which we have created, we are passing them now, and hope it is working. Are you getting any error? This is okay. We are soon going to change it. Yeah, so we are getting the map, and this is very important because the map we are getting, and this is the attribution which we have given, it is coming there. So now we want to show the data. So just a map is not enough, so we want to show the COVID data, just like here we want to show those. Okay, so back in app.js, we are going back in app.js, and so coming up this set map center and set map zoom we have to do. So the on country change is there. Where is on country change? Yeah, this on country change is there. So in which we change that either it is worldwide or it is there. So data is target dot values, here only we will set it. Set map center is, so because in this data also we get the lat and longitude, so we are passing that data dot country info dot lat comma data dot country info dot long. So we have like this, and then set map zoom is 4. So let me show this where we have this. So if I go back here and cancel it, do it, and now we want to see the countries and country, and IN I have given, and try it out, execute. So see, this I am telling about country info is there, there is lat is there, there is long is there, so those things are there. This flag is also there, which we are going to use soon. Okay, so this, okay, this it is there. Then let me save it. Now we will have another piece of state that will be passed to the map. So let's create that piece of state first. So that piece of state will be const map countries comma set map countries set map countries equal to use state empty array like this, and then we will go to this use effect, means this one, which is having these countries which we are getting here, and this set map countries will be like the data, like this data, it will be there. Okay, so set map countries is done. Now we will pass this props, this come down to map, because we're working on map countries equal to map countries, save it. Now the thing is that we want to show circles on this our map. So what kind of circles I am talking about? I'm talking about this circle. So for this we have to write the code, and for that what we need to do, we will create something in utils, that functions we will create in utils. So actually let me first take it and let me copy it, because it's a huge function out there. So yeah, so what is happening? Okay, so this use function have this numeral. Okay, I'm using React also, so I have to import, because that for using the React leaflet we need to make it React also. So import React from React. Okay, so this is just colors, different colors are there, and then after that here inside it, show data on map, we have show data on map, and inside this we are getting the data and cases. So this we are soon going to pass. So then data.map we are doing, and country, and each country whatever the country is there, each country will show this circle, and inside the circle we'll show this country center will be like this color, and color will be from here, fill will be from here, and all those things will be there. Radius, so this we have calculated. And then this pop-up, yeah, this pop-up is very important. This pop-up is what we are going to show a pop-up when you click on the country. So all these things are given very leaflet. So this pop-up is there which will show the pop-up. So you can take this code from the GitHub, so this, or write it down right now. So like this, it will be there. Pause the video and write it down. Okay, you can pause the video and write it down. So this, it is there, and this show data on map is there, and inside this circle, inside the circle, the pop-up is there. So this much. So pop-up is there, which pop-up will show everything, that including the country flag it will show, because as I have shown, the flag is also there in this I see this flag is also there for the country. Okay, so that is there. So let me save it now, and let me see. No, we are not getting any error. So we will go to map.js, and here we will get this thing. So one more thing, in we are getting more thing here. So countries, center, case types also we have to pass actually. So let me do that. Countries, comma, cases, country, comma, cases type, because cases type is required here. Countries, comma, cases type is there, and then after this style we have to show data on map. Yeah, it is done from utils, and here we'll pass the countries and the cases type, countries and the cases type. So, and in utils it is there, if cases type is not given, it will take the default. Okay, so let me save it. And if everything is right, if I go here, yeah, it has been shown. Now everything, the cases has been shown. So if I click here, it is showing me whatever it is there. So I want to show the flag also. By default the flag is not been shown, so for that we have to add the css in map.css, so to show the flag. So let me copy that also, map.css, and now if we click on anything, the map is also been shown. Okay, so Canada, so the zoom are also there. Yeah, it is not that, I think. Zoom works on click on mouse roll also. See Mexico also I can see. So this is coming quite good, and all these things. So info flag and all these things are here, so we can put it anyway. It is not that okay. So right now our web app is done. Actually our web app is done, only the styling is remaining, and small fixes are remaining. So it is almost done. If you can see, it is almost done, everything is done. So the styling and all those things, a little bit of those things are remaining, so we will do those things now. And on click of it also, a lot of things are changing. See, this is also changing here, this is also, this data is also changing. Okay, so these things we need to change. And like this, where it is Canada, so this is also changing. Okay, this is changing, this also where is, so they didn't reported anything, or it is getting something wrong. Where the Germany reported, whatever. Okay, maybe the data is getting updated, because of that it is coming like this. So as I've told, our web app is almost complete. So we need to, we will target this info box. It is not looking at all good. So info box, where is my info box? Okay, so here is my info box, but it doesn't even have a CSS. So let me do import .css. Save it, and let me get this CSS also. It's nothing to write it like infobox.css. I will explain it. So infobox, we are making it a flex one, and last child we are giving the margin. Selected is something which we need to work on it. Okay, selected case green, these things we will see. Cases total, these things we have to see, because info box we will pass something different. Okay, so this will come later on. Let me save this much, and let me come back, and it is showing nicely it is showing. Okay, so now the next thing is that the stats are not good, means there should be comma and all those things. It is very difficult to read this stats. So in util.js we'll have a small function I can, and let me go down here and export it. And where is util? Here it is, here is util. And this small function is pretty print stat it is taking, and it is showing, taking the numerals and all. It is formatting it in a good way. So numeral we have, so let me save it, and I don't need utils anymore. And now we'll go to app.js, and do we have numeral in app.js? No, we don't have numeral here, so we will import it. So where do we have numeral? It's okay. Import numeral from numeral. Okay, one thing is this, and the other is import sort data. Do I have? Okay, I already have sort data. Why I am writing it? Comma print stats. Okay, these two I have to import. So in here the info box we need to, because info box we are passing it from here, so we will go down and where is my info boxes? Yeah, there is my info boxes and the cases and the total. We will change this both of these things, and where, let me do this. Where is the pretty print? Yeah, pretty print stat is here, so I'll come here, cases, pretty print stat, cases, pretty print stat, cases, pretty print stat. Okay, save it. And see, cases are showing how much it is there, plus it is showing in a very nice way in which we wanted to see it. And then this total will show it as numeral, but dot format, just because we don't want that plus thing, we want it completely. So 0.0 a we will show, let me copy this much, again numeral, this also numeral, not 2 dot but 1 dot, save it. And see, it is showing in nice million thing, how much million is there. So now the next thing, these tables are not nice because this table are nicer, so we have to go to table also. Now let me go to control E, table.js. here also I have to copy this, not here, table. I have to copy the numeral first, and then again I'm going to format it, but it format the cases but in a different way. So numeral is very powerful, you can format it in a different ways. Numeral cases dot format 0, 0. Let me save it and see, it is showing correctly. Okay, so all these are fixed. Now we will add the logic. So click on each info box and change the stat on the map. So here if you see, I don't know why it is coming like this. I'm come to worldwide. So first it is showing this coronavirus cases. Okay, then I'm so recovered, it is showing the recovered, showing that, it is showing that. So it is like this. Okay, so let us go back and do this. So in app.js you have to go, in app.js we will have a new state which is const. So by right now cases types we are defaulting it to case, so now it will not be like this. We can change it, cases type comma set cases, set cases type equal to use state. By default again we are keeping it as cases, so if nothing is passed or changed it will be cases. And Then we will, where is my info box? So info box is here. So let me do one thing. So this is where it is not formatting it. Okay, not an issue, I'll do it here only. So on click equal to, there will be on click handler on each of the e will be set cases type is, this is the cases. Let me copy this. Let me copy this here also. This is recovered, and this is that's, and we were not passing that here cases type earlier. So where is our map? It is cases type, yeah. So let us pass now the countries. It is cases type. No, not like this. So cases type, now we are passing it. But one more thing we have to do. So map cases type, we are passing it, so it will change accordingly. So whatever we are passing, that cases type will change, and the utils will also change. But on we are click, so on which box we are clicking, how to find it out? So there is a thing in React, whoever is done React for some time, this is on a callback. So the on click, we are passing it as, actually we are passing it as a prop. So this is a prop we are passing to it. So on click, okay, I found out one thing, why we are using even this e. We can do one more thing like this, we can pass it out, or e is required. Then we can do it like this. Okay, so in info box you have to go title cases total and comma on click. On click we will do on click, because it is getting passed as a prop, and this is which is known as callback, and on each card we'll have this prop and have this. So it actually calls back, there. So it will run this, but it knows which one we have clicked, or else it will not know which one we have clicked. So do we have info box? Okay, everything is still okay. Okay, so it will come now. Is there any error? No, there is no error. I'm in a local host. Yeah, I'm in local host. So by default it is showing this. Yeah, it is changing. Yeah, it is changing. So it is working fine. So it's time to change our cases type in the line graph also. So line graph, it is not changing, but here if you come, see, if I click here, this is also changing, this is also changing. So we have to do this in line graph. So in back in app.js, we'll come here in app.js, and where is the line graph? Here is the line graph, and just like here we will pass this cases type. And I was feeling one thing, there should be some gap here. So for that, okay, two things there. One is this new. So right now we are doing it cases, so this should also change. Okay, so cases type is there, and let's do some inline styling. Style equal to margin top is 25 px. Let me save it. and line graph, yeah, line graph anyways was receiving the cases type, so it will receive it. So let me go back here and here, and coronavirus, yeah, it is changing, so it is working fine. So the thing which we want to show is this thing, and the color should also change. See, this nice gray thing is there and the color is also different. So these things we are going to show now. So for that, actually I think we have already have the css, but in app.js we'll go and we'll pass some more props in our info box. So let's go there. I think I should do this info box formatting only means it is not showing good. Okay, so let me do formatting by hand only because it was not doing. Okay, there are too many things here. Yeah, so now it is been shown correctly. Title, cases, total. Sometime I like to have it in one line, but sometime when the props are too much, I don't like it in one line. And I don't have prettifier configured because I don't like to for it to act on everything which I have. So I generally do it manually, means control shift P and then format selection, it will do prettifier thing. Okay, so enough of talk. So I will have another thing known as active prop equal to cases type triple equal to cases, and the same thing I will have here also in recovered. Same thing I will have here in that's also, but it will be like this, and recovered will be like this. Okay, and in recovered there is another thing which I am going to pass. It is green, another prop, so it will show it as green. Okay, so let me come down and then again we have to go back to the info box, and here we are passing. Okay, let me open another thing, info, so we can see it correctly. Okay, so info box I will go. Oh, what happened? Okay, so here I am passing after cases, it doesn't matter, wherever you can pass active comma is green, I am passing, then these things will change. Right now it is info box, but it will contain more classes. So info box I will remove everything actually, and then template literal and info box dollar. If it is active is there, active is getting passed, which is generally it is, then it will be this info box selected will be there if active is getting passed. So it will only get passed when we are clicking on that one. So info box selected will be there, which will show that the gray border out there. And same, let me do one more thing. Okay, and this h2, this info box cases also we have to change. let me do this. Where is this s2? Yeah, so it is info box underscore cases, and there is info box cases green. Let me copy this and this, and this will be is green. Okay, so we have all the CSS for this, so this is done, and see, this is showing correctly, this is also there, this is also there, so this is done. Right now I think data is getting updated, so it is not showing the complete data, so it's okay. Maybe some other time it will show, but it is because, see, if the code would have been wrong, it will not have been, we have seen these things, so it is working fine. So we could deploy this app right now, means there is nothing much in deployment, and you will learn again Firefox deployment, so Firebase deployment, actually not Firefox. So how to deploy it? This is very simple to deploy. Firebase login, we have to do, we don't even have to push it to GitHub, just like in Netlify we have to push it to GitHub and then do it from there, so we don't have to do it here. Firebase init, it will ask me, I will do yes, and then it will ask me for this. We are only using the hosting. I'll do enter, use existing project. Now what is this existing project? So I have to go back here anyways, and it is right, COVID-19 tracker, this one. Anyways, I am going to delete it soon because I have a lot of other thing. So COVID-19 tracker, this one, I will press enter, it will be build. This is the React public directory. The single page app, yes, it is a single page app. No, I don't want automatic builds, it is done. So now what I have to do, I have to do npm run build. I have to do, so it creates the build folder, the production folder it will create. So npm run build I will do, creating an optimized production build, it will do. So it takes some time. This build, so what does it doesn't build it, whatever React does, it React does a lot of minify and all those things. I think most of you people know how React works. React changes everything to when the build, when we go to React website, we just don't open a React thing, we open HTML CSS JavaScript thing, because that is what the browser understands. So when we are creating a build, what happens, it converts it into optimized HTML CSS JavaScript. So that JavaScript is not a normal JavaScript, that is a minimized JavaScript, minified JavaScript. Okay, so this is done. So, and so that's why the React sites are very fast. So Firebase deploy, so we have to do the Firebase deploy. And it is done. So I can go from here also. Let me check from hosting also, and here it is a simple app which does a lot of API things. So API endpoint, so this is showing correctly, this is showing correctly, this is showing correctly. So our app is done. Thank you all for being through this long project. Hope you like it, and I will keep bringing more projects like this. Please do subscribe to my channel and like this video so that I can produce more content like this. Thank you.